All right, I see a couple pool days sprinkled in there. Thanks, Justin. And if you're not by the pool, you might want to go to the movies. And it's time for the Bell Breakdown now. We've got Josh Bell from Las Vegas Weekly here, the Las Vegas Weekly film critic, I should say, to talk about a couple of movies. And I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Rampage. I mean, like the Rock's always popular, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But does he pull off great movies all the time?
No, but he makes bad movies better,
yes,
I think.
That's a good point.
Even if the movies are not great, and this movie is not great,
okay.
It's better because he's the star of it, because he can really sell ridiculous material and make it kind of fun to watch, and he's charismatic and he's likable. And so this movie is based on a video game. It's an arcade game from the 80s, people may remember, and there's basically no story and no characters in this game. You play giant monsters, you smash buildings, that's it.
Okay.
And so to turn that into a movie takes a lot of effort, and maybe they put too much effort into the plot in this movie. There's a whole deal with an evil corporation, and they've developed this, I don't know, serum or gas. It gets out and it mutates these animals, and then The Rock is a primatologist, of course, which is you know, what you first think of when you think of Dwayne Johnson. Works at a zoo, and he tracks the gorilla who's kind of his friend and gets mutated, and there's a crocodile or an alligator, I think it is, and a wolf, and they all turn into giant monsters and smash buildings.
Okay.
And it takes itself a little too seriously. It spends a lot of time explaining the pseudoscience of how this stuff happens and getting them monsters into place just so they can smash a bunch of stuff, which is really what everyone wants to see. So it's definitely not great. It takes too long to get going, to get to the action that people want. And then once you get there, it's just a bunch of kind of CGI buildings falling down, which I think we've seen in a lot of other movies.
Yeah.
But Dwayne Johnson, charismatic, pulls off a few good one-liners, and if you watch the commercials and you think, boy, do I want to watch some mutants smashing things, then you'll probably have a decent time.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, so moving on from The Rock, Truth or Dare. Now, this is a little game I used to play as I was a teenager, and apparently they made it into a movie.
Yeah, and it's more than just the game of Truth or Dare. This is a horror movie, so Truth or Dare, the game, has become possessed by a demon, of course.
Okay.
So this group of college students, they're playing Truth or Dare on spring break in Mexico, and an evil entity does a thing, and we don't need to go into that.
Okay.
But what happens is that they have to play Truth or Dare whenever they're confronted after they leave spring break and they go back into their lives. And if you don't tell the truth, or you don't do the dare, or you refuse to play, you die. And it's incredibly stupid. Okay. The deaths are these kind of.
Sounds good. You had me there for a minute.
I mean, it's a ridiculous premise that, again, it takes itself too seriously. It doesn't have a good sense of humor about it. The characters are all incredibly unlikable, annoying narcissists that you just kind of can't wait for them to get killed. The death scenes it's a PG-13 movie, so they're bloodless and kind of toothless. And when they get to explaining what the demon is, it's completely moronic. So no.
There you have it.
Skip this one.
The truth. Well, we ask you how it is, and you give us the truth every time.
Exactly. I dare them to make a better movie.
Thank you, Josh. That was the Bell Breakdown, and Josh will be back next week. Yes.
Yes.
For another one. So stay with us. Thank you, Josh.